Can you guys hear me now? Oh my goodness. This whole thing was messed up. Okay, so. All right. So do I hear that now? No, I don't hear that. Frick. You don't even hear my music right now. Everything's all messed up. My wavelength went through an update, and I don't think I have the right audio source. You are just hearing my mic right now. So I apologize. I got to fix this on stream, but. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's try this now. Okay, so you guys can hear the gameplay. I can't. Let me. Why can't I hear it now? It's not sending it to aux 2. So, audio settings again. I apologize about this, guys. This will definitely be edited out. This should be monitor only. It's not working. I apologize, guys. I have to try to fix my audio issues on stream. I'm going to disconnect this and reconnect it. It's not sending the audio to the wavelength. Excuse me. You guys could hear it earlier, but I can't hear the gameplay. Oh, this is annoying. I'm so sorry, guys. At least you guys can hear my music. At least that's working. Still not working. I don't know why my audio's not working, guys. I can't hear it. Wait. Now I can hear it. Maybe if I turn this off. I am so sorry, guys. I am floundering right now. Trying to fix all my audio issues. This is what happens when you update a software right before you go live. Yeah. So somehow you guys can still hear. I am so sorry, guys. I am trying to figure this out. So that's sending it there. But you guys aren't hearing it at all. Golly. Oh, hey, Cowboy. I am trying to fix all my audio issues. I updated my wavelength software right before I started streaming, and now the problem is the capture card audio from my PlayStation isn't working properly. The beginning of the stream was completely mute if you were here at the beginning. Now I'm trying to troubleshoot on the fly while on stream. So it's not a very exciting stream. No, you're fine. Essentially, the capture card is the device that gets the picture from my PlayStation and streams it out to you guys. And what's happening is the audio from that is only going to you guys. I can't hear it. And this because I'm trying to get it to connect through my audio software that comes with my mic. Yeah, so So that's what I'm trying to fix right now. Where's Ox 2? There it is. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. It's getting annoying. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Drafted by the Orioles, decided to be a starting pitcher. Also, some of the controls are weird when there's a base runners trying to. I don't know enough about Road to the Show to answer your concerns. Nothing I do is working. At all. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to do this like rudimentary style, where there's gonna be a slight delay on my end that's gonna annoy me. Alright, so let me just double check you guys can hear this. Double check one more time. Okay, you guys can. Now you can't hear it. Okay, I think I got it working now. All right. Sorry about all that. Just wasted the first 20 minutes of my stream trying to fix audio issues. So if you guys, please let me know if there are any audio issues from here on out. You should be able to hear the game fine. I'm going to have to test out all of this later. Although I need to make sure this is right. Okay, that's fine. All right. Sorry about all of that. Okay, so if you guys missed my series, have missed my series up until this point, this is episode 4. I am in... Ooh, that's loud. It has a little bit, cowboy. I need to set the volume on this. Where's my... Oh, God, there it is. Drop that way down. That's better. Okay, much better. Okay, so this is a fantasy draft. All right, let's reset. Start from the beginning. Hey, everyone. Sorry about all those audio issues. I am playing MLB The Show 21 franchise with a fantasy draft where my goal is to win the World Series with a random team that the computer has given me. And no trades are allowed. Only free agent moves if you have an injury. You can call up and move up people from your minor leagues as needed as well. And the goal is to just win the World Series with the team I've been given. So far, I'm 5-4. I'm actually tied for the lead in the AL West for the Seattle Mariners. We've played 3 series. We've lost 2 out of 3 in 2 of the 3 series, and then we swept 1 series. So we are above 500 thanks to that sweep against the White Sox. But now we're heading into the 4-game series against the Baltimore Orioles. Now, if you have watched my previous videos, you know that I will I will play out 1 game and manage the other, however many, quick manage any of the other series that any of the other games in the series that I've got. Good Lord, I can't talk. So in this series, we have 4 games. I will be playing 1 and quick managing 3. So, Cowboy, since you are the only one here, how about you tell me which pitching matchup you want to see in this? We've got Jake Latz versus Jordan Balazovic, Jack Flaherty versus Alex Wood, Mike Soroka versus Zach Eflin, or Lucas Giolito versus Griffin Canning. I'm going to let you, since you're the one here, I'm going to let you choose my matchup that I'm going to play, and then we're going to quick manage the other one. So give me one of those 3, and I'll go through them again. We'll got Latz versus Balazovic, Flaherty versus Wood, Soroka versus Eflin, or Giolito versus Canning. So take your pick, Cowboy. Take your pick. And if you don't pick within like a minute, I'm just going to choose myself. Excuse me. Flaherty versus Wood. Since I like Flaherty and Wood is the only Orioles pitcher I know. Well, he's technically not an actual Orioles pitcher. Or I guess you're saying the pitcher on the current Orioles that you know. All right, fair enough. So we will play game 2 of this series. So game 1, we are going to simulate. Now I need to adjust my sliders. The sim sliders are a little bit different than the actual gameplay sliders. So let me double check those real quick. Okay, so sim at 8. Sim at 8. Okay, perfect. So the next game we're doing Latz versus Balazovic, and we're going to quick manage. All right, here we go. Why am I hearing that? Oh. I'm just going to do that. All right. Latz versus Balazovic. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to let... A couple of these guys are tired, and this is a 4-game series, so I'm going to let Garcia take a break. We're going to put in Tyrone Taylor in right field. We're going to put Tyrone Taylor in right. And then next game, we'll probably give Springer a break. And Gomes a break. Wasn't Will with the Reds for a bit? I think so. I think he was most recently with the Dodgers, if I remember correctly. All right, here we go. We're going to manage game one. So we are the away team, so we are leading off with Witt, Lux, and Springer. Here we go. Witt strikes out. Lux grounds out, and Springer strikes out. 1-2-3 inning for Balazovic. Jake Latz coming up to face Wander Franco, Walls, and Marte. And Franco leads off with a single, of course. We're going to pitch to contact to Walls to try to get a double play, and we do. And then Kettle Marte will ground out to end the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning. Bell starts out the second with a fly out. Mustakas lines out. Anderson with the solo home run. See ya. Anderson puts the Mariners on the board 1-0. Rosario falls with a fly out, but Seattle gets on the board 1-0 in the second. Jake Latz coming up for his second inning of work. Jose Ramirez leads off with a double. This team's got a dangerous lineup. They got Kettle Marte, Jose Ramirez, and Chris Bryant. Bryant strikes out. Schwindel strikes out. Carson Kelly pops out, and Latz gets out of danger. Tyrone Taylor flies out to start the third. Solo home run. Yan Gomes with a solo shot. 2-0 Seattle. Bobby Witt lines out. And Gavin Lux flies out. So 2 solo home runs for the Mariners. Give them a 2-0 lead going into the bottom of the third. Hae-Sung Kim will lead it off with a single. Adam Brett Walker II. I have not heard of this guy before, but he must be. I use the riding rosters, full minors roster, so he must be some sort of prospect. Will also get a single. Franco, the leadoff hitter, who's already 1 for 1, will pop out. Taylor Walls will fly out. Kettle Marte with 2 on will walk, load the bases for Jose Ramirez, and we can't pitch around him. And he will ground out to end the inning. Jake Latz gets out of danger. Springer will lead things off at the top of the fourth. He will lead it off with a single. Josh Bell. Do I steal with Springer here? Let's do it. He's caught stealing. That was... yeah. Josh Bell strikes out, and Mustakas grounds out, ends the inning. Bryant leads off the bottom of the fourth with a walk. Schwindel walks. And then Carson Kelly makes him pay with a 3-run bomb. Baltimore jumps out in front all of a sudden. 2 walks and a home run, and Latz is now on the losing end. And then Hae-Sung Kim hits a double. Can I do a mound? I can't do a mound visit. Shoot. All right, Walker grounds out. We still need 2 more outs in the inning. Fly out. Hae-Sung Kim gets up to third. Walls hits a single, scores Kim from third, and it's now a 4-2 game. And a fielder's choice ends the inning. Ooh, boy, that was a rough inning. Brian Anderson leading off the top of the fifth. He will walk. Rosario sack bunts Anderson over to second. I did not call that. I called for a swing, but okay. Taylor hits a single, but Anderson is thrown out at the plate. We will keep it at 2 runs. And then Yan Gomes pops out to end the inning. Jose Ramirez leading things off at the bottom of the fifth. He will fly out. Chris Bryant will hit a double. Schwindel will fly out. Carson Kelly will walk. And then Hae-Sung Kim will hit a single to load the bases. Let's see if Latz can get... No, you know what? I'm not using Latz anymore. I'm bringing Patton.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
And he will get the strikeout to
now
end the
pitching
inning.
for the Mariners. Number 61.
It was Norfolk Tides because I grew up in the Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, so I knew the Norfolk Tides very well. They were the Mets affiliate, and now they're the Orioles AAA affiliate. All right, so Bobby Witt will lead things off against Balazovic. He will ground out. He is 0 for 3. Lux will also ground out and is also 0 for 3. Springer with a solo shot brings the Mariners within 1. Josh Bell with a solo shot, back-to-back jacks. And it's a tie ball game. The Mariners have scored all their runs on solo home runs, and we have a whole new ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Mustakas coming up with 2 out, and he will pop out to end the inning. But the Mariners have made it interesting. It's now a tie ball game at 4. All right, Patton stays in. He will face Wander Franco. Lines out. Walls takes the walk. Marte lines out. And Ramirez hits a single. Bryant takes a walk. Bases loaded for Schwindel. And he grounds out to end the inning. Man, a couple of bases loaded situations that we tight-roped out of danger. All right, Bryant Anderson leading off the 7th with a pitching change to Dominic Leone. Single for Anderson. Strikes out Rosario. Taylor takes a walk. I'm not going to pinch run yet. Yan Gomes hits into a double play to end the inning. Patton will now sit down. We'll bring in Ryan Brazier, who will pitch to Kelly, Kim, and Walker. Ground out to Kelly. Kim hits a single. Walker hits a sacrifice bunt. And Wander Franco hits a 2-run shot, and the Baltimore Orioles take the lead here in the 7th. Taylor Walls hits a single. Brazier gets the ground out to end the inning. 2 more innings left. Bobby Witt, Gavin Lux, George Springer to hit for the Mariners. Running out of time. Now they're down by 2 after the 2-run home run by Wander Franco. Emilio Pagan now comes in to pitch for the Orioles. Grounds out, starts the 8th. Strikeout to Lux. Springer lines out a 1-2-3 inning for the Orioles. Pitching change to a bunch of right-handers coming up. So Scott Oberg's going to come in to pitch. Pop up to Ramirez. Bryant strikes out. Schwindel flies out 1-2-3. Last chance for the Mariners. We've got Bell, Mustakas, and Anderson coming up to hit against probably their closer. They're probably going to switch here. Yes, Andrew Chafin comes in to hit, or to pitch. And here we go. Bell grounds out to start the inning. Mustakas also grounds out. Anderson walks, so we have a chance. Rosario, is Chafin a lefty? I can't tell. I don't know if Chafin's a lefty. They don't tell you that. That's annoying. Let me look it up real quick. Andrew Chafin is a lefty. I thought so. So I'm going to pinch hit. Where is Upton? I'm going to pinch hit Justin Upton for Rosario. Here we go. He flies out to end the game. So the Orioles defeat the Mariners 6-4 on the strength of a 3-run home run by Carson Kelly and a 2-run home run by Wander Franco. Mariners' only runs in the game were on 4 solo home runs. Carson Kelly is your player of the game with the 3 RBIs. Ryan Brazier is the loss as he gave up the 2-run home run to Franco. Leone gets the win. And that's unfortunate. They also got 13 hits, so I guess that's rough. All right, so we will advance the day. Or can we look at the box score from that? So, let's see. That Witt Jr. and Lux 0 for 4 combined with 2 strikeouts. Needed to have a better day. Mustakas also went 0 for 4. Rosario went 0 for 2, but at least he walked and got on. Springer and Anderson had multi-hit games. Pitching, Latz gave up 4 runs in 4 2/3. Only had 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, 9 hits. Gave up quite a few base runners. Patton and Oberg did okay, but Brazier gave up the home run that ended up winning the game. So now we will be playing game number 2. And we need to fix the sliders. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Confirm, yes. Okay, now we're going to play game 2. Jack Flaherty versus Alex Wood. All right, so Alex Wood is a left-handed pitcher, so we will be using our left-handed lineup. And let's see, Springer needs a break. So who would be the best to put in center, honestly? So we could put Rosario in. Oh, we could put Dylan Moore in center. Let's put Dylan Moore in center. No, wait. He doesn't have a good arm rating. We could put Garcia in center. And then we'll put Rosario in right. No. Anderson can play right. We'll put Anderson. Well, Anderson's a better defender. We'll put Anderson in right. Even though he can't really hit very well versus lefties. And then everything else looks good to me. Oh, no, wait. Jan Gomes needs a... Jan Gomes will get a break on the next one. All right, here we go. We're playing our game. Let's do this. We need better games from Witt and Tyrone Taylor. We need the top of our lineup to get on base. All right. And I did turn off the announcers for this, so because I was doing it for my YouTube recording. All right, so Alex Wood will be pitching for the Orioles, and leading off, Bobby Witt
Leading
Jr.
off tonight for Seattle, the shortstop,
Let's go.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Now we've actually got some gameplay going.
1-0.
Good evening, Zocker from Germany. Look at this, Zocker. You haven't seen me play MLB The Show in a while, have you?
First pitch.
This is
35.
my one-shot fantasy franchise series. If you haven't been watching on my YouTube channel, I've decided to start streaming the series and then clipping down the streams as the episode videos on my YouTube.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Strict 2 to Witt, 2-2. And a slider in the dirt gets Bobby Witt swinging, and the game will begin with a strikeout. Next up is Tyrone Taylor. He's got 2 home runs on the year, but he's batting under 200. Looking to get on base more.
Off the plate, ball 1. Ball, that counts.
2-0 to Taylor from Wood. So how you doing tonight, Zocker? Fouls it off. I was late on a changeup, guys. I'm late on everything.
Ball, that's
Ooh, that was close. That could have been a strike. And Taylor rips it through the right side for a base hit. He takes the 3-1 fastball, pokes it the other way, and we've got a runner on in the first.
Batting third, the center fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Next up, Avisail Garcia playing in center today as George Springer takes a day off. Oh, I was late on the down the middle fastball. Just watched a great documentary about Jack the Ripper. Interesting. Garcia down the line. That's fair. Into the corner. Tyrone Taylor around second, heads to third. He will stay at third as a double by Garcia puts runners on second and third with only 1 out here in the first.
The catcher.
Great
Jan
piece of hitting. Takes the fastball the other way. Down the line. And the Mariners are threatening here in the first. Next up is Jan Gomes. He had one of the 4 home runs in the last game for the Mariners, where they ended up losing 6-4 because all they could get were 4 solo home runs. Nobody on base. Nobody else was driven in. Typical 4 a.m. stuff. Yeah, 4 a.m. Let's watch Jack the Ripper. Jan Gomes, fly ball to left field. Will it be deep enough to score Taylor from third? It will be. And the Mariners take a 1-0 lead here in the first on the sacrifice fly by Jan Gomes. He just missed a home run. Just got under it.
The designated hitter.
And here comes Justin Upton batting 130 on the year. This Mariners lineup is not going to be one that hits for average. This is a power first lineup, one of those all or nothing types. So you're not going to see a lot of high batting averages, but you are going to see some good slugging percentages, hopefully. Keyword is hopefully. Ball 2 to Upton. You guys are hearing the game audio, right? I know there's no announcers, but you're hearing like the crowd noise, the pitches, the umpires, and the foul and the crack of the bat. You guys are hearing all that, right? Been dealing with audio issues this whole time. Strike 3 to Upton, and that ends the top of the first. All right, Jack Flaherty's going to take the hill. Game audio is fine. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, here comes Wander Franco, who's already got 3 home
Leading
runs
off
on the year,
for the
but is not
Orioles,
batting for a high
The second
average.
baseman, Wander.
And he's their second
Franco.
baseman, not their shortstop. My hands are too cold to be this precise with the pinpoint pitching. Oh, that was close. Alright, let's see this way. Oh man, he got a piece. So Franco ends up staying in the AL East with the Orioles. Normally a part of the Rays organization. And a changeup in the dirt gets him swinging. And a strikeout to start the bottom of the first, just like the top of the first. Some pitch in the dirt for the first batter of the game for a strikeout.
Not shortstop, Taylor. Whoa.
No, I am not playing every game of the season, Zucker. This is a continuation of my series that I had been posting as regular videos on my YouTube, where I play one game of each series and quick manage the other games of the series. So earlier in this stream, I quick managed the first game. We lost that game 6-4. We had 4 solo home runs, but that was all the runs we could get. They hit a 2-run home run and a 3-run home run, plus another RBI single. So we fell in that game. We are now 5-5 on the season. And hopefully this whole new format of me streaming these games as opposed to recording and then editing them means I can get through these faster.
Nope.
Because I don't have to take the time to play the game while recording the footage, then later on edit the video, clip it down. Now I can just play it and you guys can watch the full highlights. Oh no. And that is a solo home run for, who was that? Taylor Walls. Turns on the inside fastball and we have a tie ball game. That lead did not last long. Whew, boy. But when I'm still debating on what I'm going to do with MLB The Show 22, because it doesn't look like Franchise is going to get any updates. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that game, if I'm going to get that game at all. We'll see what happens. I want to do I want to do what I didn't finish last year, and that's get a full 162 game season where I play every game. But I don't know.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Strike.
The count 1-1.
So both of these teams, I believe, are now 5-5 on the year. As the Mariners came in 5-4 to this series, the Orioles were 4-5.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Looking to Mariners are looking to bounce back after a loss. I think they've lost 3 straight now, actually. They're still playing 20. That's fair. Foul ball, 3-2. Ground ball over to third against the shift, but right at Mustakas. Throws it over to first, and the inning is over. But Taylor Walls, the shortstop, turns on an inside fastball and golfs it over the right field wall. The Orioles have tied this game at 1. That just barely got over the wall, too. All right, Josh Bell will lead things off here in the second.
The first baseman, number 19, Josh Bell.
Ooh, that was a changeup.
All ones the count. Nope. Ball 1. 1-1.
Ooh, got a piece of it. Inside curveball.
2 strikes.
All right, let's see what we can do. Foul it off to the right. I'm always late on fastballs. Always.
3-2.
Josh Bell with a drive. Deep center field. That is not going to go out, though, as that was to the deepest part of the ballpark. Is the stadium announcer guy from the Nats and
Batting 7.
Nets or Nats?
The third
Because those are
baseman,
2 completely different
Mike
teams. One's baseball, one's basketball.
Mustakas.
And I have no idea. Next up is Mike Mustakas. Batting 167.
0-1.
Like I said earlier, this team is not going to hit for a high average, but they will hit home runs on you. Which honestly goes against my normal style of play. I'm a try to get on base kind of guy, not a swing for the fences guy. Nets basketball. I have no idea. Fouls it off. Stays alive.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3 to Mustakas on the inside curveball, and there's 2 down. Third strikeout for Wood so far. Next up is Dylan Moore,
Batting
who is
8.
one of the players
The
that
second
actually has a decent batting
Dylan
average.
Moore.
And he hits it off the pitcher. Moore will make it to first. Hope the pitcher's okay, as that rocked Alex Wood in the shins.
Batting 9.
But Moore is on with a base hit.
Brian Anderson.
Is he going to be okay? We'll see. He's walking. He's saying, stay in, trainers. He will stay in the game. Next up to bat. I have no idea. I have no idea who's hitting right now. Brian Anderson. Okay. Brian Anderson, who's playing right field today in place of George Springer, while Garcia flipped over to center. Pitch
2 balls,
out.
no strikes.
2 balls. And he hits a ball up the middle. Diving stop by Taylor Walls. Flips to second. Gets the out. What a defensive play by Taylor Walls as he robs Brian Anderson of a hit. Diving stop, the flip to second from his knees. Gets more right before he gets there. And that'll end the inning. Joey Votto will lead things
Leading
off for the Orioles
for the
in the
Orioles,
second.
The first baseman, Joey
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got my sounds.
Votto.
Please tell me they work and I didn't mess them up. I'm guaranteeing y'all didn't hear that. Did y'all hear that? Oh, y'all aren't hearing that. Of course you're not. Because this isn't working properly. Frick, man. Hold on. Oh, it reset all of them. Hold on. Frick. I'm sorry, guys. That's what happens when you update your software right before you stream. Everything gets messed up. Where's aux 2? There it is. Okay. Hold on. Let's test this. Yeah, you should have heard that one. There you go. That was what you should have heard. All right, let me reset all of my sounds. Because all of these set back to default. But how you doing, Amos? Welcome in. All right. Oh, I should delete that one. No, I'm going to keep that one. It's not used to me right now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there you heard it. Okay, cool. What's up, LBJ? Rams all the way? No. What's up, Braden? LBJ? I am going for the Bengals because as a citizen of the St. Louis area, I am honor-bound to never root for the Rams again.
No ball, 2 strikes.
All right, and by the way, this is how I feel about my sound stuff tonight. That's how I feel about my audio tonight. Oh, what's up, Brittany? Yeah, I remember you. And Braden, welcome. LA doesn't suck. I just don't want them to win. See, and here's where I'm conflicted, though, is I like Stafford. I'm so glad he's finally on a winning team. I just wish it was a team that wasn't the Rams. I really don't. Bengals haven't won it ever, Cowboy. They've never won the Super Bowl.
Batting 6.
Titans might have lost
No
with
left
9
fielder.
sacks, but that Cincy O-line will
Chris.
die against Donald and Von Miller. Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
yeah.
Flaherty gets the strikeout. We have one down in the second. Cards are going all the way next year only if we get good pitchers. I mean, we signed Mats, right? Now, I don't think that was a bad signing. No, we got Chris Bryant at the plate. By the way, if you guys are new to this particular series of mine, if you haven't watched my previous videos on this, you should. But this is my fantasy draft one-shot challenge where I picked a random team, the Seattle Mariners, and we did a fantasy draft where it randomized all the players for all the teams, and the goal is to win the World Series in one season. And you are not allowed to make any trades, only free agency if you get injuries, and you basically I got to play with the hand I was dealt. And so far we are 5-5. I play one game of every series and manage the other games of the series. So this stream so far, we've managed one. We're playing the second one. We lost 6-4 in the first game of the series. So we're looking to bounce back with a win here.
1-0.
Go Reds. Never go Reds. The Reds are my least favorite team in the NL Central. Fly ball to center. Will he get there? He will, and that will end the second inning. I bet someone will cry about the rest before it's all over. Yeah, I'm sure. What can I expect from the Mets? Braden, I don't know about
Leading off for the
Max.
Mariners.
Max Scherzer went to the...
shortstop, Bobby Witt.
Max Scherzer go to the Mets, or is he not signed yet? Mets, I think, will challenge for the NL East, but they're going to have to get past the Braves, and that's going to be difficult. Up the middle, base hit for Bobby Witt. I like the Reds when they're not playing the Cardinals or when they're ahead of the Cardinals in the standings. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we really don't like St. Louis anyway, but you seem like a cool guy. Well, I appreciate that, man.
Taylor.
I try to take the approach that you and I can like different teams, but I'm still going to respect you. I'm not going to judge people based on what team they like. That's just not cool. It's very short-sighted, actually. If you just judge a person based on what sports team they're a fan of, that's just not cool, man. Yanks are going all in for Freeman. The Braves need to re-sign him. Witt is going. Swing and a miss. The throw. Witt swipes second. By the way, just so you all know, I have auto base running on so that the base running is true to the player's attributes. I didn't call that steal. And I got so thrown off that he was stealing that I missed a hanging curveball by swinging late. Like, look, I would have blasted that if I was on time because I had that centered up. 0-2 to Taylor. Takes a changeup in the dirt. Bobby Witt will get up to third, though. And we got one out in the third. Johnny Bench is one of my favorite players of all time, and my dad is a big Red Machine era Reds fan. And that's perfectly fine. My biggest beef with the Reds came with the whole Brandon Phillips versus Yadier Molina debacle a few years ago. And that the Reds, the brawl that ensued based on that, basically gave Jason LaRue a concussion and ended his career for the Cardinals. He was the backup catcher for the Cardinals at the time, and he got a concussion from that altercation, and that essentially ended his career. He retired after that. So that's why I really don't like the Reds. As long as you're not a Pittsburgh fan, we're cool. In Cincinnati, we hate the Pirates. I mean, I hate to say this, but the Pirates are actually of the NL Central teams, aside from the Cardinals, the Pirates are my favorite. Sorry. And then I want the Braves to sign Freeman, but the Yankees have made it known they want Freeman. Well, aren't they not allowed to talk about it right now because there's a lockout going on? Line drive will get the runner in from third. Ground out from Garcia. Scores Witt from third. And the Mariners are playing a little bit of small ball. Witt had a stolen base, was moved over to third on the drop third strike ball, and then scores on the ground out by Garcia. So the normally power-heavy Mariners lineup goes small ball to get the second run of the game. We got to change that, man. It's just I don't have any beef with the Pirates. They're like the one team I don't have a beef with. The Cubs and Cardinals are like the classic rivalry. The Reds, I've already explained that with the whole Brandon Phillips, Yadier Molina thing. And then the Brewers have just always been like the annoying team that won't give up. But the Pirates I just have no beef with. I actually like all the teams, even the Cubs, but they push it some days. They're my least favorite NL Central team. I mean, I feel bad for Cubs fans having to watch all of their stars that helped them win a World Series get traded away last season. I felt bad for them. Like, they're basically back to ground zero again. Strikeout of Gomes, but the Mariners get a second run on the board going into the bottom of the third. Yeah, and Amos is going. Cubs will be back on top for not before too long, but they have some young guys, but they got to develop a little bit.
Barnhart.
By the way, if you guys missed my team introduction to this, one of the coolest things that happened about this was I have Jack Flaherty and Lucas Giolito in my rotation, and they are old high school teammates. I thought I got all three high school teammates in Flaherty, Freed, and Giolito, but I have Mike Soroka from the Braves instead of Max Fried. I was like, I almost got the trio of high school teammates from a random fantasy draft. Cubs fans have it bad. My friends in church are Cubs fan. They can be annoying. I haven't really met any Cubs fans that are annoying. Mainly the annoying fans are the Yankees and the Dodgers, in my opinion. Oh, no, don't be doing that. Don't be rude. We respect everyone's fandoms in here. Strike three with the changeup to Barnhart. Flaherty with his third strikeout of the game. One down in the third.
Batting ninth, the right fielder.
OBJ is such a hater.
Kepler.
No, I want to build a stream chat where everyone's respecting each other. Don't care who you're a fan of. Like, I'm still, I'm okay with Braden being a Reds fan. I don't like the Reds, but that doesn't mean I can't like him, right? Right? They want to rebuild literally every year. This year, getting rid of Nick and possibly Castillo. Reds are getting annoying. Didn't Nick's contract just run out, though? They're not necessarily getting rid of him, but they just didn't re-sign him. Is that what it was? Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing? Welcome into the Fantasy One-Shot Series, where I had a random fantasy draft. The goal is to win the World Series in one season. No trades allowed. This is how I combat the poor roster AI of MLB The Show's franchise mode. I'll play one season, no trades. He didn't want to come back. Oh, okay. Nick wants to get paid, and I guess the Reds are trying to save on payroll. So it's not like he didn't want to come back to Cincinnati. It's that the Cincinnati Reds weren't really willing to give him what he thought he was worth, essentially.
The batter, number 9.
My aunt and my mom are Dodgers fans. My aunt still won't live the 24/7 World Series down since the Astros are my favorite AL team. But she admits she's tired of the Dodgers making the postseason every year and not making the World Series. Whining she's tired of the same teams every year. Well, all right, what would you guys rather have? A team that makes the playoffs every year but struggles to make the World Series? Or a team that is most of the time out of the playoffs but gets to go to the went to the World Series maybe like once or twice? I think Crazy Coach asked this question in his Discord. It's like, who would you rather be, was it the Rays that made the World Series, that made the playoffs almost every year, or the Royals who rarely make the playoffs but have one World Series win? Honestly, I said make us competitive every year because at least we have a better chance every year. Hopefully they just forgot to put the franchise updates in the overview. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath, unfortunately. Reds offered him 2, they declined them both. I would love to make it every year, but just miss the World Series. Hey, I appreciate that, Braden. Yeah, my goal is to get my YouTube channel up to YouTube partner. Strike 3, Flaherty strikes out the side in the 3rd. Straight dealing. He's only allowed the solo home run to Taylor Wells. But yeah, my goal is I'm trying to reach YouTube partner, which is going to take a while because it requires 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. But I'm getting there. Last month, I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter or not, but I posted that I had my largest subscriber growth in January since my first month on YouTube ever. And I also had the most views I've ever had in a month that did not include shorts, because a couple of my shorts blew up and got like thousands of views, but that doesn't count towards my watch hours for partner, so I'm not really counting them as views.
Upton.
I don't know why that was held for review, LBJ. I guess maybe because there was a lot of emotes. Ball 2. Now onto the type. If you make it to the playoffs repeatedly and whine about it, go on and it makes her mad. Yeah. It's like there are a lot of people that would love their teams to make the playoffs every year, even if they don't make the World Series. Just pray for Cincinnati that they can make it through 22. I mean, as a Cardinals fan, I don't know if I can do that. Ball 4 leads off the 4th with a walk to Josh Bell.
Now batting. The first
Last 2 years outside of Bacon's roster, I haven't touched franchise. Basically forced me into Dynasty. By the way, LBJ, I am going to try. I do try to keep my chat clean. But basically, LBJ just said F no to Braden about Cincinnati. When the Dodgers won in 2020, I called him the next day, and we had the same words. Congratulations, now please stop saying how well you did, and so be it. Yeah. Ground ball to the right side, gets through. And the Mariners put the first 2 on in the 4th. SDS to me are liars, and the bar is so low you need a shovel to find it. SDS and EA are both liars. Where are all the franchise updates that EA promised with Madden? No, you're LBJ, you're fine, dude. You're fine. I'm not upset. I just want to try to keep the chat clean, like the DAMN on occasion is fine, but like the F word, I try to stay away from F and S and that kind of stuff. I just try to keep my stuff family friendly. I like the underdogs, like the Nationals in 2019 and the Rays in 2020. Yeah, I wanted the Rays to win. I was rooting for the Braves last year, and they won it. So, Mustakas flips it foul. Hey, Brandon, nice to meet you too. And I will be trying to go live a lot more often now. I mentioned this at the beginning of my stream, but I have decided to turn my YouTube series, which this originally was. The first 3 episodes of the series are regular videos, which you guys should go watch. But I've decided to live stream everything and then convert my live stream VODs into videos that I can post as like for people that don't see the live streams. Full count to Mustakas. So I will try to go live more often. I streamed earlier today. I was streaming college hoops. I will be streaming college football and Madden. I stream an online Madden league where we have all human users. Ground ball knocked down by the third baseman. Is he going to get Mustakas at first? He will. Great play by the third baseman to keep that on the infield and get Mustakas at first.
Up next,
But the Mariners are still threatening with runners on second and third with only 1 out. I can't remember who they have at third. Oh, it's Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez made the nice play. Hey, take care, Brandon. Thank you again for the sub. I appreciate it. I wish that the YouTube sub alerts were consistent. Sometimes they don't work. Sometimes they do. I'll be back and go watch college hoops. If yes, see you after it. All right, well, I don't know how long I'm going to be live tonight. We'll see. But anyways, to answer your question, what's the deal with the Madden updates? I've seen people talking about it, but not sure what they're talking about. Oh, I just missed that. So, essentially, EA promised 3 big franchise updates this year throughout the life cycle of Madden 22. And so far, they've only done 1 of them, and that was the scouting update. And that was delayed. It was supposed to be in September, but it ended up being in October. And we haven't seen any of the 2 other updates since, nor news of if and when those will ever take place. So that's what people are upset about. It's like, you guys promised 3 updates, big updates to franchise, and we've only seen you do the scouting update. And even so, the scouting update was not done very well. It was a fantastic idea. I love the premise of what their scouting update did, but they did not do well on the execution of it. So hopefully they'll tweak it for next year. But mad disrespect for franchise everywhere it seems, except for 2K, which stinks for me because basketball is 4th on my list of sports. Ball 4 to Dylan Moore, and the bases are loaded. And there's going to be a mound visit here
Now batting,
from the Orioles manager for Alex Wood.
Ryan Anderson.
Like I'm playing second in road to this show, but base stealing glitch bugs me. Yeah. But like 2K has a great franchise mode, but I don't like basketball enough to really dig into it. My favorite sports go baseball, football, hockey, basketball, soccer. Ugh, I should not have smoked that. And I only watch soccer when it's the World Cup. Like, I'm keeping track of the United States qualifying matches. So, that's really the only time I watch soccer, which is funny because I played soccer in college. I went to a D3 school. I was a goalkeeper for the junior varsity soccer team there. I wasn't good at actual soccer, but I could catch the ball. Football and football, that's right. I played baseball and I did cheerleading in high school, and then I played soccer in college. And he strikes out, could not check the swing. Anderson goes around, and the Orioles are 1 out away of getting out of a bases-loaded jam without allowing any runs here in the 4th. Ball 1 to Witt. Curveball bends outside. Ball 2. Bobby Witt sitting middle. And I moved the freaking PCI way too far. I got excited. It was a fastball down the middle and I missed it. Ball 3 to Witt. Did I ever watch Craig Biggio play? Yes. Well, when the Astros were in the NL Central, I got to see a lot of the killer bees. Biggio, Berkman, Bagwell. The killer bees of the Astros. They were our rivals during that time. Up the middle, nabbed by Wood. Flips it to home for the out, and the Orioles get out of danger with a look what I found catch from Alex Wood. Dang nabbit. I didn't get any runs out of that inning. Shoot, man. Well, that's it. I've turned all of the announcer volume off, so that means Heidi Watney's muted.
Leading off for the Orioles, the shortstop.
All right, so Taylor Walls is up. He is the one player that's put the Baltimore Orioles on the board. In fact, he's got the only hit for the Orioles so far. Solo home run in the top of the first. I literally just put that fastball almost in the same spot that he hit it out for a home run. Like, why am I doing that again? Yeah, Craig Biggio, as much as I didn't like the Astros because they were the Cardinals' rivals during that time period, the Killer Bees were a great trio.
That's ball 3.
Ooh.
3 balls, 1 strike.
3-1 to Walls. Foul ball down the third space line. Ball 4 to Walls, and he will lead off the fourth of the walk.
The center fielder, number 10, Kettle Marte.
I apologize. I am still battling coughing and congestion from having COVID last week. And it's been almost 2 weeks. No, it's been 2 weeks since I first had symptoms today. And I'm still battling coughing and congestion from it. It's annoying.
Ball 3.
Oh no, Flaherty's fallen behind 3-0 to Kettle Marte. There's a strike with the sinker. Ground ball up the middle, base hit for Marte. Walls is going to end up at third. And the Orioles are threatening here in the fourth.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Through researching older MLB games, I feel like 90s to mid-2000s Cardinals Astros rivalry was one of the better ones, especially compared to today. Early to mid-2000s, I would agree. One of the best rivalries.
Ball 1.
My favorite memories will be some of my favorite memories are the monster home run from Pujols off of Brad Lidge in the playoffs, and the Jim Edmonds walk-off home run in the NLCS against the Astros. Those are two of my favorite moments as a fan. But my all-time favorite moment is obviously David Freese in Game 6 of the 2011 World Series against the Rangers. Slider down, he takes. It's 2-2. Flaherty trying to tightrope out of danger here. Ramirez fouls it off. Stayed alive. Stays alive. Stayed alive. Strike 3 on the changeup. That is one down. That is a big strikeout by Flaherty. Hey, what's up, Tyler? So I am on... Actually, I forget what they call it. Legend difficulty, but with custom sliders to try to make it more realistic. I do auto fielding, but I choose where the ball is thrown, and I do auto base running so that the results are more true to the player's attributes as opposed to my inputs. But I do have pinpoint pitching on, and PCI hitting on. So it's legend difficulty with some adjusted custom sliders to try to make the results more realistic. And auto fielding and auto base running. Now I feel weird saying the Cardinals are my favorite team, the Astros being... Oh, no, you can do that. Because the Astros aren't NL anymore. It's not a rivalry. As much. I just don't like the Orioles... Orioles. I don't like the Astros because of the whole cheating scandal, sign stealing scandal.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I will say, Orioles are one of my top 5 favorite teams, though. I love their ballpark. I love their uniforms. Love their history. Camden is one of the baseball parks I've actually been to in person. It is beautiful.
2 balls.
Slider inside, 2-2 to Votto. Flaherty could get the double play ball here. No, he gets the strikeout of Votto. The sinker down and away. He goes chasing.
The left fielder.
And after the
Red.
Orioles get runners on first and third with nobody out, Flaherty has come back to strike out the next 2 batters and has a chance to get out of danger. Strike with the slider. As I said over, especially since the 2017 Astros didn't need the shit. Yeah, I mean they were a really good team. Strike 2 to Bryant. Flaherty is 1 strike away from getting out of the jam. Ball in the dirt, smothered by Gomes. 1-2. Slider away, and Bryant does not bite. 2-2. Flaherty setting up for the 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Fouled away by Bryant. Will stay at 2-2. 2-2 pitch again from Flaherty. Change up down, and it is full. 3-2. Runner on first will be off with the pitch. Let's see what Flaherty can deliver to Bryant here. Here's the pitch. Slider outside. It's pop fly into center field. Moving over is Garcia. And Flaherty dances out of trouble. Baltimore had first and third with nobody out, but Flaherty strikes out 2 and gets Bryant to fly out. And the Mariners maintain their 1-run lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Orioles, number 30, Danny Duffy.
Well, Buster, if you are being serious, I really do appreciate that, and I will be praying for you and your family.
The left fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
You're welcome. I don't really consider myself a role model to people, but yeah, I'll definitely be praying for you and your family. For sure.
That's a ball.
Oh, and they've switched pitchers now, so I will adjust these accordingly. Ah, that's not what I meant to do. Apply. There we go.
Ball, 1 strike.
I should get someone warming up on my end, so let's get Castro and Sheffield going. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Do you think before the sign stealing, Beltran would have been a Hall of Famer? Ground ball down the third baseline is fair. Tyrone Taylor starts the 5th with a single. To answer your question, Cowboy, I think he's honestly a Hall of Famer regardless. He's one of the best switch hitters of all time. The sign stealing thing happened after he was a ball player. So hopefully that doesn't affect the Hall of Fame voting, but knowing these writers and how petty they've been against Barry Bonds. I don't think that's going to happen.
Ball one.
It's funny. Beltran is a huge part of like the history in relation to the Cardinals because he was the batter that struck out looking against Wainwright in the NLCS in 06 when the Cardinals won the World Series. And then he became an Astro and was a part of the rivalry between the Cardinals. And then he became a Cardinal for his last couple seasons. Strike 2 to Garcia. So Beltran's a big part of Cardinals history, both on opposing teams and as a Cardinal himself. Strike 3 to Garcia. Great curveball from Danny Duffy. One out here in the fifth.
Now batting, the catcher, Jan.
They rehearsed the most for Beltran. He was the ringleader. I don't remember the reports on that, so you might be right. Gomes with the fly ball to right. Over to hit. Kepler is over, and he will take it in for the second out. Next up is Justin Upton. He had a walk his last time at bat.
Designated hitter, Justin Upton.
Keeping an eye on Taylor over at first. He's still got some. He's got a little bit of speed. Late on the fastball. He was the only player named in the report of Bergman and a couple pitches in Correa said all Beltran convinced all the players to do it. Okay, well,
I got the count. One.
that's if you're taking Correa's word for it. Foul ball on the slider. We'll do it again. Ooh.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It looked like it hit him, but it didn't, and it's 2-2. Strike 3 to Upton on the fastball away. That curveball inside was a setup. And the Mariners go down here in the fifth.
Leading
Frank
off
Schwindel
for the Orioles,
is up
the designated
for the
hitter,
Orioles.
number 24.
And he promptly takes the first pitch up the middle for a base hit.
Now batting,
Next up is Tucker
The catcher.
Barnhart.
Tucker Barnhart.
Yep, it's Schwindel. One of your Cubbies. One of the he played really well once Rizzo was traded.
Ball, that's inside.
I actually had picked him up on one of my fantasy teams because he was doing so well.
Hey.
I wouldn't take Correa, but there's been 5+, including Bregman, McCann, Brad Peacock, and AJ Hinch all said Beltran, and Alex Correa admitted Beltran asked him to help him. I mean, hopefully the Hall of Fame, well, again, based on experience, this isn't going to happen, but you would hope the Hall of Fame would put stuff that happened after he was a ball player behind them when we're considering Hall of Fame voting, but ball 4, Flaherty's in trouble here in the fifth.
Now batting, the
Gave
right
up a
fielder,
single and a walk,
Kepler.
and we've got Max Kepler at the plate. Flaherty's already danced out of trouble once. Can he do it again?
I got the count. 0-2.
Strike 3. He gets Kepler swinging on a curveball. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. One down here in the 5th.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Wander Franco.
Here comes Wander Franco.
Ball 1, no strikes.
I know I'll get flack for this, but I enjoy watching people stress over Bonds not making it this year. I'm curious to hear why. Is it because you don't think anyone who used PEDs should get in the Hall of Fame? Because there were a lot of people. I mean, didn't Ortiz take PEDs too? Like, if you're gonna keep all PED people out, don't vote for Ortiz and not vote for Barry Bonds. I'm not upset about it. I'm disappointed in how the voting went. Like, I believe Barry Bonds deserves to be in, but that's aside from my view of people that use PEDs. So. Full count to Franco. Flaherty once again trying to dance out of danger. Jams him. It's popped up to the left side. That is going to get down. Will he get the runner at third? No, he's safe. Oh, no. I thought I had him at third.
Not shortstop.
I thought I had him.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness. I thought I had him at third. It's hard. All right, I need to do a replay of that one. Okay. Let's take a look here. Super slow-mo cam. Is he touching the bag? He's not touching the bag there. Back of the glove. He's not touching the bag. He's out, man. He's out. Come on. Oops, wrong button. He's out. My goodness. I'm trying to get a good angle of this so I can use this as a thumbnail. No, zoom out a little bit. There. Where's my screenshot? Take a screenshot. Is that Ferguson the third? I love that. All right, hold on one second. I want to make sure that this clip or my screenshot took. Yeah, it took. Okay. I'm gonna use that as a thumbnail. Like, dang, Nabbit should have been out. All right, so I'm gonna do a mound visit here. I'm gonna see if Flaherty can get out of this. We've got Taylor Walls. He's got the home run against Flaherty. Anyway, okay, going back. Okay, Ortiz failed one test back in 2003, but then went on to play 15 more seasons after that. Free of PEDs. Okay, that's fair. And I think they should all be in since their players like Mantle, Joe Morgan, and Willie Mays all admitted to taking amphetamines, and yes, Ortiz tested positive in 2003. I won't be mad if Bonds made it. I'm just more happy that he didn't make it. Is that because of PEDs or for another reason? It's the Baseball Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Good People who play baseball. You know? So I had to catch up after getting the replay. It's a big spot right here. Ground ball up the middle. Bobby Witt to second. Throws it over to first. Gets the double play. Flaherty once again tightropes out of danger. And the Mariners will maintain their one-run lead through 5. Oh boy. Leading off the top of the 6th for the Mariners is Josh Bell. Schilling especially got robbed. He never did steroids, never got in trouble. Oh yeah, it's him. He said some stupid things. I don't think he said things I necessarily disagree with, but he definitely ruffled feathers with his comments. I don't remember exactly what he said though. I'm just thinking like, man, there was probably a better way you could have said all of that. Is what my thought was initially. I don't exactly remember what he said either. 3-1 to Bell. to lead off the sixth. Bell with a drive, right field, right at Kepler for out number 1. I am late on the fastball once again. If I was early on it, that could have been a fly ball home run.
Up next for Seattle. the
Next
third
up is
baseman,
Mike Moose.
Mike
The Mustakas.
Mustakas.
All one, no strike.
The Moose is Mustakas. Ground ball through the hole, dives, and he doesn't come up with it. Mustakas finds the hole in the shift and has a base hit here in the sixth.
Now batting, second baseman, Dylan.
Dylan Moore is now up to the plate. I think I'm going to... Nope. I was trying to pinch run. I'm going to pinch run for Mustakas here. He's the third baseman. I'm going to pinch run Gavin Lux.
Your attention, please. Pinch running at first base, number 13.
Please don't pick him off.
Lux.
I just put him into the game. If he comes into the game and gets picked off, that would be so upsetting. By the way, just to remind you, I have auto running on so that steals and base running aggressiveness are more true to player ratings. So I am not controlling whether or not Lux steals.
Oh, that's on the plate.
Basically,
Your
how I
attention,
see it, he
please.
made a
Pinch running at
journalist who
first
disagreed with
for
him
the
upset
Mariners.
and that made
Number
other people
13.
upset. He definitely
Gavin.
could have said it a lot better. I'm just saying it won't go further. I think that's how I remember seeing it too. Is like I don't think necessarily what he's like where he was coming from was wrong. I just think how he did it was not the smartest. Oh man, I was out in front of the changeup.
Hey,
Okay, appreciate that. Early on the changeup, late on the fastball. I can't make up my mind, can I? 2-2 to Dylan Moore. Lux takes a lead at first. He's off with the pitch. Strike 3. Almost had to strike him out. Throw him out. Excuse me. But Lux steals second on the pitch.
Now batting,
Moore goes down swinging.
Brian.
And now it's up to Brian Anderson to see if he can drive home Lux with 2 outs.
no, and
Danny Duffy's pitched quite a few pitches for the Orioles out of relief. He came into the 4th, I believe. Ooh, good changeup.
ball, one strike.
Mm.
1 ball, 2 strikes, you count.
Ooh, hello.
2-2, you count.
Look at the eyeballs. Fly ball to right. That's going deep. Kepler's back, and he will put it away to end the 6th. All right. Gavin Lux is playing out of position at third base. You may want to replace him. He can't play third? No, he can't. So I'm going to switch Moore and Lux. Because Moore is a third baseman, Lux is a second baseman. We are good to go. And Flaherty's day is going
Leading
to
off
be
for
done.
the Orioles, the
We'll
center
bring in
fielder,
Miguel Castro
Kettle
out of the bullpen.
Marte.
My bullpen ERA
Ladies
is
and gentlemen,
atrocious, by the
Your
way.
attention, please. Now pitching for the
Hey, I
Mariners,
appreciate that, Amos.
Number
Thank you so much
50,
for hanging out tonight.
Miguel Kepler.
The VOD of the stream will always be up on the channel, but I am also turning
1-0.
the stream into videos as well. That, like, for example, at the beginning of this stream, I was dealing with technical difficulties, so I'm going to cut all that crap out. If I play a second game tonight, I will split it into essentially 2 episodes that I won't upload at the same time. So they'll come out eventually, but the VOD of the stream will always be here if you want to look at it. Hey, what's up, Braden? Welcome back. But thank you so much, Amos, for hanging out. Have a good night. Get some rest. And you'll watch both. I appreciate the views, Amos. Like, I feel like it's a little bit of a risk, like, reposting videos of streams I've done, because if people have watched the streams, they're not going to watch the videos. But, I don't know. I feel like people that don't watch the streams would rather watch videos that I've, like, at least trimmed down a little bit and cut into episodes, as opposed to having to watch the entire 2-3 hour stream in one video. So I feel like cutting it down into smaller episodes would be beneficial. But I feel like I would be splitting my views against the videos. I don't know. We'll see if it works. 2 down for Castro here in the 6th. Yeah, I'm still up by 1. I've worked out of 2 different bases loaded situations with Flaherty. No, wait. One was a first and third with nobody out, and the other one was a bases loaded jam with 1 out. The first and third, I got strikeout, fly out. And then the bases loaded jam, I got a strikeout double play. What ballpark that you haven't been to is one I want to. For me, it's the Busch, Minute Maid, Arlington, and Kauffman. I want to go to Kauffman, PNC, and Fenway. Those are my top 3. Fenway mostly for the history and the most unique ballpark in the major leagues. PNC because it's PNC and Kauffman because they're beautiful. And Royals are my number 2 team, so I want to go to Kauffman at some point. So that's what those are my top 3 stadiums I want to visit. The ones I've been to, obviously I've been to Busch. I was at Turner Field in Atlanta, but that's now Truist Field, so I need to go back to Atlanta at some point and visit their new ballpark. I was at the old Nationals ballpark when it was in JFK Stadium. I haven't been to the new Nationals ballpark. I've been to Camden, this Camden Yards, and I think that's it, actually.
1-1.
PNC's up there for me. Yep. How long do I plan on streaming tonight? I don't know. It depends on how long it takes for me to get through this game and then the next 2 managed games. I don't know. I might end it after this 4-game series against the Orioles is over, depending on what time it is. It's 9:40. I don't know. I don't really have to get up in the morning for anything.
0-1's the count.
I would be going to church, but we're snowed in, kinda, and B, we're still kind of recovering from COVID from last week, so we're not going to church anymore. Ball 2 to Taylor. Are you asking, are you late? I mean, I've been streaming for, how long have I been streaming for? An hour and 40 minutes already? I mean, I don't think you're late. You arrived precisely when you intended, right? Bonus points to anyone who gets that reference. It's 10:42 in Cincinnati. Yeah, it's 9:42 where I'm at. I live in the St. Louis area. But I was a St. Louis Cardinals fan way before I moved to this area. My mom grew up in the St. Louis area. And I became a Cardinals fan because of her. And I just moved to the St. Louis area 2 years ago. So I haven't lived here very long.
Now batting.
Wonder when they're going to take out Duffy. I mean, I changed the sliders to increase the hook like I was supposed to, right? Starter, stamina, manager, hook. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess they're going to... He's a long reliever. They're going to keep him in long. Fly ball to right, Garcia. It's caught. Okay. It's kind of awkward going to youth for me somewhat. I can understand that.
Now batting.
Some people just don't do well in
Young.
youth. Oh no, he got picked off. Tyrone Taylor gets picked off. And that's going to end the 7th. I didn't touch that, by the way. That's auto base running for you.
7th inning,
All right, so we still got Castro on the mound. We've got
Leading
Sheffield
off
ready. We're
for
gonna
the
warm up
Orioles,
Steckenrider.
the
We're
left
in the
fielder,
bottom of the 7th. So
Red.
I'm hoping to get through the
yeah.
7th with Castro and Sheffield if needed. And then Steckenrider for the 8th, and then Tepera for the 9th.
Nope.
Yeah, Braves are also in my top 5 favorite teams. So top 5 favorite teams are number 1 are the Cardinals, and then there's like a huge gap before you get the 2. Number 2 are the Royals. Number 3 are the Orioles. Number 4 are the Braves. What was number 5? I had a number 5. I can't remember. Oh, and that's a base hit to right. Gosh, what's my number 5? I said it before.
Now batting.
Cardinals, Royals, Orioles, Braves. I mean, I guess those are my top 4.
No, that's low.
Gosh, I don't remember. Oh, I think I said Mariners, actually. I think I said Mariners as my number 5. I really like the Mariners. I was really rooting for them to make the wild card last year. But they fell just short. Ground ball. That's not going to be enough to get 2.
He's out.
They get the sure out at first, but the tying run moves up to second base.
Now batting. Catcher. Tucker.
We got Barnhart and Kepler. We're going to go to the lefty, Justice Sheffield,
Your attention, please. Now pitching
and hopefully
for the
get 2
Mariners.
outs before we get to
Number
Franco, because
33.
Franco hits lefties pretty well. Oh, come on. Well, Freddie can still come back. He just became a free agent. He's not on another team yet. He can resign. And I really hope he does, because if he ends up in LA, I'm going to be upset. Fly ball down the right field line. It's going to hit foul. Do I plan on getting the show 22? Right now, I have no idea. Because they have literally said nothing in terms of any improvements for franchise in 2022. And I'm a franchise player through and through. I played Diamond Dynasty last year, and I even played it on stream last year. And I enjoyed it for a little bit, but it's not something I could stay doing. I lost interest in the grind and just kind of gave up on it. I gave it a fair chance, but it's just not my thing. I'm a franchise person through and through, and the fact that they haven't really said anything about franchise updates for next year really worries me. So I'm not sure yet. I may get it for the sole purpose of being able to make content on my YouTube channel like this. Like the Fantasy One Shot, I'm having a fun time doing. And I've always wanted to do a full 162 game season. I started one last year, but I didn't get very far. I still yet to complete one. And maybe I'll just buy 22 just to do that next year. But we'll see. I think he'll resign. He says he loves Atlanta and wants to stay. Yeah, but the problem is he's from LA. He's from California. Well, I think he's at least from California. I don't know if he's exactly from LA. But he's got ties to LA somewhat. Sheffield is 1 strike away from getting the Mariners out of the 7th. Sinker inside, ball 2. Sheffield with the 2-2 pitch to Kepler. Low ball 3. Yeah, I don't know what it is exactly. I think I need to look it up real quick. He's got some ties to LA. Foul ball. Yeah, Freeman was born in Fountain Valley, California. But his parents are from Canada. Strike 3. Looking on the outside corner. Sheffield paints it. And we are going to the 8th. What a pitch by Sheffield on the outside corner. Oh, that was a beauty. little over emphatic strike 3 call. That's one thing about this game. As someone who was a former umpire, as evidenced by the mask behind me,
The catcher.
um,
Gomes.
the umpire animations in this game are horrible. I know they don't really care about the umpire animations as much as the player animation, but some of them just look so bad. You need to get some motion capture umpires or something. Oh, I was early on it. Nice catch by the ball boy there. When is Danny Duffy going to get out of this game? He's pitched every inning since the 4th. He's pitched longer than the starter did. Strike 3. I missed the fastball down the middle.
The batter, number 10.
Hey, Brady, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Thank you so much for the sub. You may be a Reds fan, but you're always welcome anytime. Have a good night. Get some rest, and we'll see you on some other stream. I don't know. I don't really have a set schedule, so I just kind of stream when I can, which is probably not good for the growth of my channel, but oh well. Yes, Joe West announced he was retiring before the season even ended. Actually, a bunch of umpires retired. It's like 5 or 6 that retired. But Joe West was the most famous because he set the record for most games umpired. And down goes, I think that was Upton, strike 3.
The first baseman, number 19. Josh.
Next up, Josh Bell.
Inside, ball 1.
I wish Hernandez would. All right, so Steckenrider's ready, and we'll have Tapera warming up as well for the 9th. I need to get some insurance runs here. The Baltimore keeps putting people on base and making me nervous. All the way, 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. Taylor Wells gets it, spins, throws, fires, gets him at first. Nice. Another great defensive play by Taylor Walls. Not Wells, Walls. And the Orioles will come up in the bottom of the 8th now. And it is now time for
Leading off
Steckenrider.
for the Orioles, the second baseman, Wander Franco. Your attention, please.
Fly ball, deep right field.
Number
Anderson
60.
going back, and he's going to catch it up against the wall for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Next up is Taylor Walls, who had the solo home run, the lone run of the Orioles. Ground ball to short. Witt over, fires to first, gets him at first. That is 2 down. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Steckenrider.
Number 10, Kettle.
It was not an easy defensive play by Bobby Witt Jr., but he gets the speedy Walls at first. Next up is Kettle Marte. And he will not swing at the first pitch. It will not be a 3-pitch inning for Steckenrider. 2 balls to Marte. Shoots it foul down the third baseline. Smokes it foul down the first baseline. 2-2. The 2-2 from Steckenrider. Grounded right into the shift. Well, kind of into the shift. Right at the only man on the left side of the infield. That's Dylan Moore, and he will be out at first. Orioles go down in the 8th.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You just threw a perfect game in Double A and rode the show without realizing it until it was over. Gee whiz, man. What difficulty are you on? Hector Neris is now on for the Orioles with a splitter fastball sinker. Gavin Lux is up. He has not had a plate appearance yet. He pinch ran for Mustakas back in the 7th, I believe. That's a strike. Beginner. Okay, yeah, up the difficulty, man. If you threw a perfect game, I think it might be time to up the difficulty a little bit. Oh yeah, dude, I'm messing with you. Everyone's allowed to play they want to play. I'm messing with you, man. Gavin Lux with a fly ball, deep right center field. And that is going to get down off the wall. He is going to end up at second with a double. I believe that's the first extra base hit for Seattle all day.
The third baseman, Dylan.
No. The first inning we had a double from Garcia. Never mind. But anyway, Gavin Lux comes up with a double to lead off the top of the ninth. Next up is Dylan Moore. That's a good splitter. Yeah, good looking splitter. Inside fastball. That fucking splitter looks like a fastball, man. You know, I wonder if two opposing pitchers both threw a no-hitter perfect game at the same time until someone lost his. I don't know if there's been opposing no-hitters, but I do know that Pedro Martinez, way different. Pedro Martinez took a no-hitter into extra innings but lost it in the 10th after getting through 9 scoreless. Base hit to right. Lux is on his way home. And the Mariners add to their lead. Base hit by Dylan Moore. Seattle extends their lead to 3-1. Nice inside out on that fastball. Next up is Brian Anderson. Still nobody out here in the ninth. That splitter, man. If he keeps throwing that splitter off the bottom of the zone like that, I'm going to swing every time. I wonder if the opposing one would be more fun to watch. I think it'd be fun to watch. I think that'd be really exciting. Both pitchers going neck and neck, not allowing a hit. I'm a fan of pitchers' duels. Because I know at any minute the game could completely change off one swing of the bat. I'm one of those weird people that prefer pitchers' duels to offensive explosion games. Because I feel that there's a lot more suspense in a pitcher's duel. Pitch out. Not going. Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 4 today. Has a runner on first. A run already in for the Mariners here in the ninth. Takes a ball upstairs. 2-0. Mariners looking to continue extending their lead. Slider inside. 3-0 to Bobby Witt. And ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Witt. And that brings up Tyrone Taylor.
Now batting.
And he is 2 for 3 today, so I'm actually not going to pinch hit for him, even though it's a righty. I normally have him in against lefties because they had a lefty starter. Never could pitch, but pitching duels are fun to watch. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like watching offensive explosion games, like if both teams score like 7+ runs, but I think a pitcher's duel is more exciting to watch because of the suspense. I mean, I just enjoy watching baseball in general. I'm not going to complain about the type of game again unless it's a complete blowout. The complete blowouts are boring to watch. All right, let's just get it over with, kind of thing. So 3 straight balls to Taylor after a 4-pitch walk to Witt, and he finally gets a strike on the outside corner. He had thrown 7 straight balls to that point. And he fights back. He gets 2 fastballs in the strike zone. There's now a full count to Taylor. A pitch from Rasmussen. Fouled away. 100 mile an hour on that pitch. And that's going to be ball 4 away, and the bases are loaded for Avisail Garcia, who's got a double and an RBI today. With a double in the first and an RBI ground out in the third or fourth. I can't remember which one. Probably the third. I know. Inside slider, 2-0. Rasmussen has nowhere to put Garcia. He needs to start coming in with strikes now. Garcia's going to be ready for it. No, ball 3, up and away. It's 3 straight balls to Garcia with the bases loaded. Taking all the way, it's right down the middle, strike 1. 3-1 pitch to Garcia. Ball 4, Garcia walks with the bases loaded. The Mariners extend their lead to 4, and Rasmussen is struggling on the mound right now. Next up is the catcher, Yan Gomes, 0 for 3 today. And Rasmussen has walked a few in this inning. He's struggling to get some outs. Gomes jumps on the first pitch, but fouls it off to the right side. Bases are still loaded with only 1 out. Another fastball in the strike zone. Gomes gets a piece. Fouls it off, strike 2. Now Rasmussen's finally ahead of a batter. And he gets Gomes chasing the curveball. Couldn't hold up. And that's 2 down here in the 9th.
Now batting.
Next up is Justin Upton. We're going to have a pinch hitter as George Springer will come in for Justin Upton.
Pinch hitting for the Mariners.
Springer had the day off,
Number 4.
but will come in the pinch hit here in the 9th. Check swing. He did not go. Ball 1. Game 3 or 4 of the 2017 World Series. All-time favorites. I don't remember that game, actually, off the top of my head. I know it was one of the Astros games because that was the year they won it. Was it Astros-Dodgers? I don't remember much of that series. I didn't watch much of it. To be honest, I didn't like either team, so. Strike 1 to Springer. It's now 2-1. Pitch from Rasmussen. Line drive, base hit up the middle. Springer comes through with 2 outs. 2 runs will score. And the Mariners have now put a 4 spot on the board here in the 9th as they've extended their lead to 6-1 on this 2 RBI single by pinch hitter George Springer. Comes off the bench and gets a clutch RBI base hit.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Orioles.
And now they're going to bring in Tyler Lyons as Rasmussen's day is over. He struggled on the mound.
Lyons.
Para is ready and waiting. I'm going to put... No, not Booker. Get Oberg in there. We'll have Oberg finish it off. Astros Dodgers kept hitting home runs to give their team... Oh, that's right. That crazy back and forth game. That was cool because your whole family watched it together. Yeah, it's so much fun to watch it with family and friends. Like, my wife and I were watching the Winter Olympics today, and it was just fun watching that together, cheering on Americans in various events. That was a lot of fun. It was just watching it together. It's just a lot more enjoyable. Ball 2 to Bell, 2-1. Missed it. I could have hit a home run there. 2-2 to Bell. The pitch from Lyons. Held up on the slider inside. Kept going off on umpires for wrong calls. Yep. I can imagine. That's what a lot of people do. Full count. 3-2 pitch. Winners will be off with the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Walls picks it up, flips it over to first, and the inning is over, but not before the Mariners put 4 up on the Orioles. Gives them a lot of breathing room going into the last chance for the Orioles.
Leading off for the Orioles, the third baseman.
So Scott Oberg will come into the game now instead of Ryan Tepera, as the Mariners have a 5-run lead now instead of a 1-run lead. Strike one to Ramirez. I was rooting for Houston. My mom was for the Dodgers, so that was fun. Yeah, I don't have a lot of family members that cheer. I don't have any family members that cheer for a different team. I've got, obviously, like in all of the Discords connected with all of the streamers and such on Twitch. There's a lot of Braves fans. Coach is a Royals fan. So I like interacting with the people in this community because of all the different fandoms. As long as it stays civil, of course. Ramirez chasing this changeup away. Oberg gets a strikeout to start the ninth.
The first baseman, number 19.
Next up, Joey Votto, 0 for 3 today.
Votto.
And he pokes one against the shift and gets a base hit. My mom is from California, so she grew up Dodgers and Giants. Yeah, that's fair.
Now batting, left fielder.
I just don't like bandwagon fans.
Bryant.
Now, I don't mind if you start your fandom and stick with a team because they were good at the time that you became a fan. But if you keep jumping from team to team because of how good they are or not good they are, if you leave a team, I don't like those fans. I'm also kind of indifferent on the fans that follow players instead of teams. Like LeBron fans that just cheer for the team that LeBron is on. I'm just like, that's kind of weird. It's just not my thing. I don't say I hate it, but it's just weird to me. Change up away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryant. And a long drive, deep left field. Chris Bryant got all of that one. It's a home run for Baltimore. They are not giving up yet. 426-foot bomb from Chris Bryant. And the Orioles have cut into this lead in the ninth now. It is now 6-3. Right? 6-3, I think. But that was a no-doubt bomb by Chris Bryant. Second home run of the game for the Orioles. And they have cut into the deficit. They are, 6-3. They're still down by 3.
The batter.
Oberg still has to pitch. Well, no, he doesn't. He's faced 3 batters now. But ball away. My dad's a big Great Machine fan, so I told him I was a Cardinals fan like my uncle. He thought I was joking. Had a Cardinals cake for my birthday like 4 years straight. My dad still thought the Reds were my team. Wow. It just didn't denial. Strike 3. Oberg sets down Schwindel. And there's 2 down here in the ninth.
Up
Next up is Tucker Barnhart.
The catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Saws off the bat. It's a fair ball over the third base bag. And that's going to be it for Oberg as he gives up the excuse me single. That was a nope, not sit down.
Kepler. Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
Tepera is going to come on, hopefully just for 1 batter.
now pitching for the Mariners.
Pitcher getting tired.
Number 51, Ryan
He has full energy. What are you talking
Tepera.
about? Maybe they're talking about Oberg. Strike 1 to Kepler. Strike 2 to Kepler. Max is down to his final strike. Tepera looking to close the door. Mariners 6-3 win. Here's the pitch. Slider inside, doesn't chase. 1-2. Oh yeah, I'm the same way, Cowboy. Like this past year, I was rooting for the Braves almost from the beginning. I wanted a Braves-Rays World Series is what I was hoping for. And same thing with football. I'm rooting for the Bengals in the Super Bowl, and I'm going to watch it, even though my team's not in it. 2-2 to Kepler. Tepera just trying to simply close the door. The pitch. Ties him up inside. Kepler goes down swinging, and the Mariners take a 6-3 win. They definitely needed that ninth inning support as Bryant hit a 2-run bomb in the bottom of the ninth, but the Mariners will hold on for a 6-3 win. Tepera closes the door in the end. 10 hits, 6 runs for Seattle, 3 runs on 8 hits for Baltimore. Flaherty moves to 2-1 on the season, and Alex Wood gets the loss. This was a great defensive play right here. And Sheffield shut down Kepler with 2 on in the 7th. That was a huge play. And then Bryant had a bomb in the 9th. I was wanting to go Braves and Rays as well, but I rooted for both Braves and Astros. Gotcha. Braves and Rays would have been good since the Rays never won it, and the Braves last won in '95. Yep. So, player of the game is actually Jack Flaherty. That's a little surprising. He only went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts, gave up 1 earned run, but did have a lot of pitches for 5. So he was done after the 5th inning. Alex Wood is set with the loss. 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks. Chris Bryant with 2 for 4 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Gavin Lux 1 for 1 with a double and a run. Not a lot. Spread out hitting for the Mariners. But some timely hits from the 2 substitutes. Gavin Lux went 1 for 1. George Springer went 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI single. Garcia also had 2 RBIs on the day. So yeah, we knocked down a win, 6-3. And let's move on and finish the rest of this Orioles series by managing the last 2 games. And I don't care about the 11th inning program because I don't play Diamond Dynasty. Double check my simulation sliders. They should be both at 8. Yes, they are. And we will advance. So here we go. The next game, we got Soroka versus Eflin. Yep, we're simming at 8. We're going to quick manage this one. And Soroka will be going to the mound. He is 2-0 with a 1.62 ERA. Looking great to start the season for Soroka. Bobby Witt is going to take a seat on the bench. We'll move Lux to short. We'll put Dylan Moore in at second. Actually, Moore can play short, right? Yeah, we'll put Moore at short. Mustakas can play first, so we'll put Mustakas at first. Josh Bell's going to have the day off. Justin Upton is going to play, and then Romine's going to get the start. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we'll have Lux leading off, followed by, no, not by Moore. Do Anderson. There we go. All right, so we'll have Lux, Rosario, Springer, Garcia, Mustakas, Anderson, Upton, Moore, and Romine in the lineup. Taylor, Witt, and Bell and Gomes all getting the days off. So we'll manage this one.
Play ball.
And Zach Eflin is on the mound for the Orioles, facing off against Lux, Rosario, Springer to lead off the game. Been selling all my packs for Stubbs Unlock equipment for Road to Show. Hey, that's a good idea.
Take your base. Ball.
Well, Springer gets a 2-out walk after Lux and Rosario are out, and then Garcia hits into a fielder's choice to end the first. Soroka will get Schwindel to pop out. Walls hits a double. Man, this guy can't get out, can he? Marte will pop out. Ramirez will walk. And Votto will strike out. And the Orioles go down quietly.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Mustakas leads off the second with a walk. Anderson hits into a fielder's choice. Upton also hits into a fielder's choice. Dylan Moore hits a single. We have runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Austin Romine will strike out. Bryant grounds out. Barnhart hits a single. And then Kepler hits a 2-run bomb off Soroka. And the Orioles take a 2-0 lead. I should not have done pitch to contact. But hindsight's 20/20. Kim hits a single. That's 3 straight hits for the Orioles. And then a double play gets Soroka out of the jam. Made it easy 150K. I have diamond equipment on pretty much everything. Yep. That's the way to do it if you're not going to play Diamond Dynasty. Gavin Lux will ground out. Rosario will ground out. Springer will ground out. 1, 2, 3, go the Mariners. Soroka gets a strikeout. Strikeout. Double by Ramirez.
Take your base.
Walk to
Ball
Votto.
4.
Walk
Take
to
your base.
Bryant.
3.
Whew, and a strikeout to get out of the jam. Ooh, boy. Garcia will lead things off here in the top of the 4th. He will pop out.
First base.
Mustakas is hit by a pitch. Anderson hits a double, and Mustakas will score from first. And the Mariners get on the board. They are now down 2-1. Upton is now up. He will line out. 2 down in the inning now for Moore. And he strikes out to end the inning. Soroka up against Kepler, who hit the 2-run home run back in the second. He will ground out to begin the 4th. Kim will also ground out. And Schwindel will line out to end the inning. Romine will lead off with a fly out. Gavin Lux hits a single. We're going to have him steal second.
He's safe.
And he's safe. Rosario will hit a 2-run bomb. And the Mariners are back on top 3-2. Springer follows that with a single.
3.
Garcia strikes out. Mustakas will ground out. But the Mariners take the lead on the 2-run home run by Eddie Rosario, the hero, one of the heroes of the Braves World Series runs this year. Leading off the 5th, Walls will fly out. Marte will strike out. And Ramirez will fly out. Brian Anderson, I almost said Brad Anderson. Brian Anderson up for the Mariners here in the 6th.
Your attention, please.
Dominic Leone will now
pitching
come
for
in
the
to
Orioles,
pitch.
Number 52.
Anderson will fly out.
Dominic
Upton will walk. Moore will hit a single. We've got runners at first and second with 1 out. Romine will strike out, and then Gavin Lux will ground out. No harm done in the 6th. Soroka still going strong. We'll get Votto to fly out. Bryant will fly out. Barnhart will line out. 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles. Hector Neris now comes in for the Orioles. Rosario will pop out. Springer with a solo shot. And the Mariners take a 4-2 lead. Garcia strikes out. Mustakas will also strike out. Soroka into the 7th now. Strikeout of Kepler. Fly out of Kim. And a solo shot to Swindell. That's going to end the day for Soroka. Marte is coming in. So we'll put in Ryan Brazier will come in now. Walls will hit a single. And a ground out of Marte to end the 7th. But the Baltimore Orioles cut into the lead. They are only down by 1. We are going to the 8th. Drew Rasmussen comes in now to face Anderson, Upton, and Moore. A ground out to Anderson. A strikeout of Upton and a strikeout of Moore. 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles. Brazier still on the pitch. No, we're in the bottom 8th. I'm putting in Steckenrider. Excuse me. Okay. A single to Ramirez. Fly out to Votto.
Take your base. Ball 4.
There's a walk to Bryant. First and second with 1 out. Strikeout of Barnhart. Can Steckenrider get out of the jam?
Ball 4. Take your
It
base.
is a walk. Tepera is going to come on to attempt the 4-out save. He's got the bases loaded. 2 outs in the 8th. And Haesung Kim is up, and the result is strikeout by Tepera. Strands the bases loaded. And the Mariners slimly hold on to this lead. It is now 4-3 going into the 9th. Tyler Lyons comes in to pitch to Romine. Will get a strikeout. Gavin Lux will also strike out. And Rosario will also strike out. 1, 2, 3 strikeout. Go the Mariners in the top of the ninth. Tepera on to finish the 4-out save here in the bottom of the ninth. He will have the top of the lineup in Schwindel, Walls, and Marte. Schwindel will strike out. Taylor Walls will ground out down to the final out. Kettle Marte against Ryan Tepera. Here's the pitch. It is a ground out. The Mariners have taken the one-run game 4-3 over the Orioles. Ryan Tepera with the clutch pitching in the end, stranded the bases loaded with 2 outs in the 8th, and then finishes the 9th off for a 4-out save. George Springer is your player of the game. He went 2 for 3 with a home run and an RBI. Whew, man. Box score here. Springer and Moore had multi-hit games. Rosario had the 2-run home run early on in this game for the Baltimore Orioles. Walls and Ramirez had multi-hit games. The 2-run home run coming from Kepler and the solo home run from Schwindel later, but it wasn't enough as Seattle, on the strength of Soroka, got through 6 2/3. Brazier was able to help him get out of a jam in the 7th, and the Steckenrider got into a jam in the 8th that Tepera was able to take him out of, his 5th save on the year, out of 7 wins. And the Mariners will take this one 4-3. They have taken 2 out of 3 games in this series. And now we move on to the last game of the series, which will be Lucas Giolito versus Griffin Canning. So the last game of this series, excuse me, Giolito versus Canning. What's up, Fleming bro? Love that name, by the way. How's it going? Welcome to my fantasy franchise one-shot challenge, where the CPU gave me a randomly generated fantasy drafted team, and my goal is to win the World Series. No trades allowed. Only free agency if your players are getting injured. I mean, you could just call up people as well. I am the Mariners, and this is technically it's episode 4. I started this off as a video series on my YouTube channel, went through 3 episodes, and now I'm doing I'm streaming my games and then posting videos of the stream, trimmed down a little bit for like at the beginning and the end, so you don't have to watch all the fluff. And we are going to I post those as regular videos later. So nice concept. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trying to do something to not have to get frustrated with the poor roster AI of MLB The Show's franchise mode, if I'm being honest. But how I'm doing this is I'm playing out one game of each series, and then all of the other games of the series will be quick managed like this one. We are going into game 4 of a 4-game series against the Orioles. We have taken 2 out of 3 so far. We won the game that I played, and we are 1-1 in the games that I have managed. We've got Giolito going up against Griffin Canning.
Play ball.
And we're going to play ball here. Love it when a team selects a 60 overall in the 3rd round of fantasy. It's because it's probably an A potential player, honestly. All right, so here we go. Bobby Witt leading things off against Griffin Canning. He will ground out. Lux will pop out. Springer will walk. And Garcia will ground out to end the first. So just a walk on the board for Seattle, nothing doing. Giolito on the pitch to Franco, Walls, and Marte. Franco leads things off with a single. Taylor Walls will ground into a fielder's choice, first out of the inning. Marte hits a single. We've got 2 on and 1 out for the Orioles here in the first. Giolito already in trouble. Even more trouble now as he walks Votto. Schwindel is up. He hits a single. That's going to drive in 2. Baltimore jumps out to a 2-run lead. Chris Bryant strikes out. Tucker Barnhart strikes out, but 2 runs are already on the board for Baltimore here in the first off of Giolito. Josh Bell for the Mariners strikes out. Mustakas hits a solo home run, and they cut back into the deficit quickly. Now it's 2-1. Brian Anderson hits a single. Rosario will fly out, and then Jan Gomes will also fly out, but the Mariners get 1 run back as a solo home run by Mustakas puts them on the board. Planning to do baseball in real life. Like, you're going to play baseball? That's awesome. I played baseball up through high school. And actually, no, I played one season in college. I played a couple seasons of adult league baseball, and then I did umpiring after that. Definitely miss playing and umpiring. It's just not enough time to do both anymore, or do either anymore. At the high school level, and you're a sophomore. Gotcha. All right, so Kepler flies out. Kim grounds out. Franco walks. Taylor Walls flies out, and the inning is over for Giolito. Top of the third now. Bobby Witt Jr. will lead things off with a triple. I'm going to have Gavin Lux try to hit a sac fly, and he does so. The Mariners get a run on the board. It is now 2-2. George Springer with a ground out. Garcia with a walk. And Bell will strike out to end the third. But the Mariners tie things up with a sacrifice fly after a leadoff triple. And we are tied at 2. Giolito will be pitching to Marte, Votto, and Schwindel. Marte is hit by the pitch. And then he steals second. Ooh, a double play from... Must have been a fly out, throw out at third. As a double play with Marte trying to get to third. Schwindel follows that with a single. Bryant will strike out, and the inning is over. Want to get into a Rev League I'm assuming Rec League. Because my school doesn't have a baseball team, it's online. Yeah, Rec Leagues are your best option there. Or like I don't know, travel team's not best for everyone. I'm looking at a local teenage league so I can get my stuff cleaned up and see what else I can incorporate because I want to be a pitcher. Hey, that takes some work. I was a pitcher up through sophomore year, and then I wasn't good enough to pitch at the varsity level. So I just played the field at the varsity level. Mustakas strikes out. Anderson grounds out. Rosario flies out. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the fourth. We got Barnhart, Kepler, and Kim up for the Orioles. Single by Kepler. A walk by Kim puts 2 runners on against Giolito here on the fourth. Fly out by Franco. And a ground out by Walls, and nothing doing for the Orioles there in the fourth. Ooh, this is a close game. Can't stand travel teams personally. All the travel kids I know were a word I won't say. Stuck up is probably the best way to say it. Better than you. Acted better than you. All right, so 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the fifth. And 1-2-3 go the Orioles in the fifth. So nothing doing in the fifth at all. They always do a pitching change after the fifth inning. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Every time I manage something, they switch after the fifth inning. All right, well, Springer lines out. Garcia hits a double. Mariners have a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the sixth. Josh Bell will strike out. Mustakas will hit a single and score Garcia from second, and the Mariners have taken the lead here in the sixth. And Anderson grounds into a fielder's choice. That will end the inning, but the Mariners take the lead on the RBI single by Mustakas. It's now 3-2. Giolito coming up now will strike out Bryant. Walk Barnhart. Walk Kepler. Strike out Kim. And ground out to Franco. He gets out of the jam. Sure, we'll go with stuck up. All I know is my friend said they thought I was going to take their head off when I pitched them and they were in a catcher position. So I guess that means you throw hard. All right, so Rosario will pop out. Gomes will hit a single. Dominic Leone will now come into the game for the Orioles. Bobby Witt will pop out. Lux will strike out, and that ends the inning for them. So Giolito. We're going to go with a pitching change here. We're going to go to... We're going to go to Castro here in the bottom of the seventh. Walls will fly out. Marte hits a single. Votto will strike out. Schwindel will fly out, and the seventh is done. 3-2 still for the Mariners. Springer up against Dominic Leone. Pitching change to Emilio Pagan. Springer strikes out. Garcia hits triple. I'm going to try to swing with Bell. I don't want to try to hit a sac fly this time. Bell will ground out. Maybe I should have. And then Mustakas will ground out, and the runner stranded on third. So now we are going to make a pitching change. Nope, Steckenrider's kind of tired. we'll bring him in and see what happens. So Steckenrider will come in for the 8th.
Take your base. Ball
Walk to
4.
Bryant. Single to Barnhart. Oh, boy. And a 3-run home run to Kepler. And the Baltimore Orioles take a 3-run home run for a 2-run lead off of Steckenrider. He's done. 3 batters, let them all 3 go in. Ground out to Kim. Walk to Franco.
He's safe.
And he steals second. Another run comes in for the Orioles, and they are piling things on. This looks exactly like the game I played, but in reverse, as I was leading 6-3 in the 9th.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Oh my gosh, this is a disaster. Patton comes in.
3.
We'll get a strikeout of Votto and an RBI single for Swindell. They have batted around here in the 8th.
3.
Strikeout ends the inning, but the Baltimore Orioles put a 5 spot on the board against the Mariners and have taken a 4-run lead into the 9th. This is not good. There's a Little League and 18-plus rec leagues around me, so sadly I'm SOL. Thankfully, some of my VOTEC classmates on their school teams and let me play their practices since they barely have enough kids. Well, that's good. All right, in the 9th, Anderson will lead off with a ground out. Rosario will ground out, and Gomes will hit a single. Witt will also hit a single. Gavin Lux, can you get something? Pitching change to Chafin.
3.
And Gavin Lux will strike out to end the game. And the Orioles defeat the Mariners 7-3. We split the 4-game series against the Orioles, each team winning 2 games. Max Kepler is your player of the game, 2 for 3 with a home run and 3 RBIs, the big 3-run shot in the 8th to give the Orioles the lead that they would not relinquish. And that is going to do it for the Baltimore series. Really quick box score here. We had 9 hits, but we only pushed across 3 runs. Bell had a horrible game. He went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Lux went 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Did not do well out of our bullpen ERA is sky high as Steckenrider and Oberg give up 5 runs in 1/3 of an inning pitched between the 2 of them. Oh, gee whiz. All right. Well, there you have it. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and save to make sure I don't lose my progress. One shot. All right. And with that, guys, we are going to end things there for tonight. I've streamed for 2.5 hours at this point. I am not going to try to do another 2 hours to get another series in. But just to give you a little bit of a preview as we switch back to this screen. I should have had my music playing this whole time. I apologize. We will be playing the Houston Astros. We have Corbin Martin going up against Ian Anderson, Jake Latz against Trevor Williams, and Jack Flaherty versus Domingo Germán. We'll probably do one of the first 2 games of the series because we haven't pitched in an actual game with Corbin Martin or Jake Latz. So we'll probably do one of those 2. Especially since we just pitched with Flaherty in this game. But just to recap, we take 2 out of 3 from the Baltimore Orioles. We lose the first game 6-4, won the second game 6-3, and the third game 4-3, and then dropped the fourth game 7-3. The last 3 games, the losing team scored 3 runs. That's funny. All right, well, that will do it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. If you did miss this stream and you're watching it on the VOD, thank you so much for watching this at a later date. And let's see. Let's find someone to raid on the Twitch side. Let's find someone to raid. We're going to raid FG. He's been a big supporter of me for a little bit. Nope, not that. So we're going to go ahead and raid FG. I will warn you guys that are used to me being family friendly, that his stream is not family friendly. He does, I mean, it's not like it's raunchy or anything, but he does use language that I would not use. So just a fair warning for you all. And before I send you off over there, so we will send everyone over there. And I had a great time tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be on the lookout for the VOD videos later if you want to drop those a view just to help me to continue to grow my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, stay blessed and take care.